This is Steve Fried. We're at the American Diabetes Association's 74th Symposium or Scientific Sessions, and we have a real special guest with us. We all know Dr. Vinik. We just did an interview with him, and now we get to talk to his better half, Etta Vinik. And Etta has been involved with diabetes just as long as Dr. Vinik has. So maybe you can start off with this and tell us, what you do, your experience.
Steve, thank you very much for inviting me. I feel very honored, and it's true. I have learned a lot about diabetes, being married to my husband for so many years. I haven't been in the field as long as he has. I'm an education specialist, and I was in the field of technology before, but I had the opportunity when I came to Norfolk, Virginia, to be Associate Director of Diabetes Education, and that encompassed organizing a patient education program and being involved with the one of the first programs in Virginia to be recognized by the American Diabetes Association. In the really early days when it was really tough to get that program going. And obviously I learned a lot in order for us to get recognition working with the nurses. And then I organized outreach in the community in Virginia. I did that for many years, and I was also involved in organizing an annual conference for physicians for about 15 years. Subsequently, I had an incredible opportunity that was given to me by my husband, and it was an opportunity that nobody else wanted to take. But he saw the potential for this, and I really ran with it. And I'm really grateful to him that I became involved with neuropathy research, and together we developed a quality of life tool. It took many years to develop, and it's now been translated into almost 50 languages and been used in worldwide studies, and we have gained a lot of recognition using it, and we have learnt a lot. My husband really is a pioneer, and he saw this opportunity, and somebody said to him the other day, "I really wish I'd have thought of that." So it wasn't all that easy, and the interesting thing was it was devised because of listening to patients. And I think that's one of the things that my husband really pioneered, and now of course it's almost every session that wasn't in basic research in this meeting has been patient-centeredness. It's now a new phrase that's been coined for an old concept of making the patient the center of the therapy team. I can remember years ago doing the diagram with the patient in the middle and the whole clinical team surrounding the patient. And we did it in a different way. Now with the patient-centeredness, it's actually getting the patient to be involved in research and finding out from the patient what's important to them. But years ago, my husband said to me, "You have to connect with patients, and unless you do that, you're not going to find out what's important to them, and you'll never ever have them do what's going to be good for them unless they understand what it is that they need to do and how it's going to help them." So this idea of the top-down management, you need to do this, that, and the other, is never going to work. Connect with your patients, hold their hand, touch their skin. In the time that you're looking into their eyes and feeling their skin, you'll know where their skin is rough and dry. You'll find out about underlying medical conditions just by having contact with them. He was also really fanatical about looking at patients' feet years ago, long before it became like one of the really important tenets of taking care of patients. And he actually came up with a nice little trick. He used fishing line, cut it into little pieces, and got some of the team to put like a little card on top of it. So made it into a little device and gave it out to the patients, because you know how patients really love giveaways, and said to them, every day you need to take this little device, like a microfilament, and touch under your feet. And see don't look and see if you have any sensation. So what this did was it actually forced them to look under their feet, and it made them realize that, oh, they have a little beginning of a foot ulcer. And he used this over a few years, and he never ever sees a patient now with a foot ulcer. And we know now through patient education that's become really widely spread in this country, except for some of the underdeveloped areas where we do send teams out. But basically, the CDC published figures where there's such a huge drop in foot amputations. So I think that diabetes education on foot problems has really been incredible in this country. And it's people like him and others who've really focused on that, and who make it really imperative that every person with diabetes comes into a clinic and takes their shoes and socks off, and that you do use some kind of methodology to encourage them to examine their feet every day.